Test. Hello. Oh shit. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you all here. Everyone's here very early. Everyone's here on time. Yeah, this is Digital Native by Yasutaka Nakata. So I guess it must be a soundtrack for something because the Japanese guy made it. My hands are really nice. This reminds me of the 1,000-Year Door on the train. Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door on the train. If anyone gets that reference, I love you. Okay, everyone, we're gonna do a meditation. But it's fucking weird haircut. Oh, this guy just looks terrifying now. I wanted to make it look like he was closing his eyes, but he just looks like a terrifying wizard. Be better. It's still kind of terrifying. Okay. Meditation time, everyone. How long? How long can you handle? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, everyone, meditation's about to begin.
Hi, I'm Michael Bettine, and I'm at the Memphis Gong Chamber here. And we have the 80-inch Paiste gong, which they actually measured, and this one turns out to be more like 84 inches. We want to give you a demo of a couple of the sounds here.
Okay, when the gong goes, that's the meditation starting.
You need a really big heavy mallet to get this much metal moving. So here's just a hit in the center. You get more of a focused sort of tone.
Sorry. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes 40 seconds left. Okay. Nice meditating, everyone. Good job. Clap for everyone. That was a good meditation session, everyone. Nice work. Good job. I wonder how many people actually... You know, all 11 of you who did any meditation there, you know what? You guys are the real heroes. Not annoying, Sneeze. It's a meditation test. You're not a real meditator if you can't keep meditating when Hanjo sneezes and apologizes. It was just to see if you guys were strong enough. No, I'm sure about that. I didn't mean to. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. The words make it extra. They really fuck people over. Words catch people. Next time I'm gonna do like I'm gonna like pretend like something really interesting is happening at like 2 minutes. I'll be like, whoa, like Abe Lincoln. You didn't know you were walking in my room. You're gonna give me $5 million and every viewer $5 million. Wow. And I'll just go back to meditating. And everyone who opened their eyes failed. How is everyone? How was this? How was the session? How was the meditation session? I had a good time. I had a really good time actually. I quite like meditating. It's fun. Meditation is basically just like, close your eyes. That's all it is. Close your eyes, sit still. Like, okay, I can do that. Anyone who does any meditation that isn't close your eyes, sit still, fakers. Not real. Time passed so fast. Yeah, it was fast for me as well. It's fast for me as well. It was me tickling your nose from a distance. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised for CS787 if you were tickling my nose from a distance. I felt someone, I'm not gonna say who, connect energetically. Hey, what's up? Yeah. Nice work. I feel kind of sorry for people that connect to my energy. It's like, good luck. Good luck. My shit's wild, man. I have a wild experience day to day. I did some work to get psychedelic visuals like 24/7, like whenever I wanted them, and it worked. And it's like, if I just focus on something, like it just gets really fucking wild really fast. Yeah, it just starts moving around. It's wild. Fuck, I want to just keep doing it all the time now. But now I'm gonna resist. We're doing the stream. We're not making the plants go woo 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 right now. Do 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 do. This symbol's wild, dude. Symbol's wild. Perhaps the viewers in the audience would like trying to connect to this symbol energetically if they're feeling wild. I'll put a caution sign here. Actually, no, I won't. You know what? It'll be fun. Go ahead. Any takers? Okay, good luck, Fabio. You're trying now? Fun. For me, when I connect to it, like the edges of the black stuff like starts vibrating. It becomes like more multicolored. And it's like ancient energy. It's an access point to Heka, the god of magic, from the Egyptian gods. Yeah. Whew. Alright, that's enough of that. You only do so much a day, guys. You gotta be moderate. Be moderate. Be moderate. That's enough. Middle way, you know. I feel high as fuck after that. I'm feeling high. Okay, we're gonna do some. Yeah, we're gonna do some preaching. Some preaching on the pedestal. Preaching time. Alexa, stop 8 p.m. alarm. Oh. We're gonna try and do like a Lisa Carden style. Like, just talk for like an hour about the same thing. And that's I'm not ragging on her. I think that's good. It's impressive. Yeah, we're gonna try it. Damn, I feel like I accidentally roasted her there. It's a good thing to talk about. It's non-duality. It's good. Okay, we're gonna try it. Everything that arises is already a fully formed and complete being of itself, without the requirement of a self to perceive it. If something arises in your perception, it's already arisen by itself, of itself, causally and lawfully, according to the nature of reality. There's nothing that's made it do that. You haven't made it do that. You're not observing it do that. Any sensation of an observer observing it is the same thing. It's the same thing. It's another thing arising of itself, by itself, causally and lawfully. Whenever you try and follow your sensations and try and figure out like, oh, where's the observer? You just can't, like, you just can't do it. Because whatever arises is already fully formed. There's nothing which makes it more formed. And you can keep like following whatever sensations arise. You can be like, okay, so head's hurting, but like what's observing that? Like my back. My back. And then like the whole thing, the whole process of being like, oh, like the back, like it's me in my back observing it. There's like 3 things there. So like you've like 3 things have just arisen in sequence, and they're all not by you. The first thing that's arisen is the pain in your head. So first pain in your head goes, and you go, oh, like, but what's observing that? So then the what's observing that arises. And the what's observing that is another thing, which is like arising by itself, causally and lawfully. Like just because it has words which sound like you, and you're like, oh, it's me. Like that doesn't mean it's you. Like, why are you being fooled by that? That's like the most obvious trick of the book. It just like sounds like maybe like you a bit. And you're like, oh, that's definitely me. Like, what the fuck? It's just another thing arising by itself. Same as everything else. And then there's the sensation in the back. And like what's happened is that these things have just arisen in sequence according to your karma. And your karma is that you like think there's a person doing stuff for some reason. So for some reason, when you have this arising, this like pain arising, you're like, oh, I have to do this thing where I am an observer of the process and also am an observer somewhere in my body. And that's fine. Just bear in mind that like all of this whole thing is just 3 separate things of the same nature, the same thing. They're just things arising, sensations arising in your perception, the same way anything else does. It's like, oh, like you feel some pain in like your hip. It's like you have a thought that you're a person feeling pain in your hip. You have a thought about that thought. Like those, all 3 of those things are the same thing. They're the same mind, just repeating like whatever sensations. And it's like there's this weird misperception where it's like, oh no, some of these things are an observer and some of these things aren't, or like some of these things are me and some of these things aren't, and it's just not true. All of it arises by itself. And it's like that's why you can kind of get like enlightened or whatever just by doing anything really, because you just have to like look at any sensation and be like, oh, like that sensation is arising without me doing anything. And then like You noticing that the sensation is arising without you doing anything is also arising without you doing anything. It's like, where's the room for a self? There's like there's like a shit ton of like sensations all happening in sequence, including sensations of you thinking that you're a person. It's like, where's the room for a self there? There's no room. So there's no, like, how would there even be a self? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway. Okay, I lasted 4 minutes. 4 minutes on the same topic. That's not bad. Not bad. I swear all my drawings are always really scary. Like afterwards you like look at them, you're like, huh, that's kinda scary. Like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. The truth of like no self is just the most obvious. It's the most obvious truth ever. It's so like not even a thing. It's like what is arising right now that has an observer? Like obviously nothing. Anything that arises and like appears to be a self is just another thing arising. It's so obvious. It's the most obvious. You can just see that right now if you just check. You can just close your eyes and be like, oh yeah, there is like everything that arising is just a thing arising and not a self. That's obvious. How do you walk in life? I haven't dissolved it. What do you mean by walk in life? Like go through my life, Fushia? Like the idea of you having a non-self and you not having non-self are both arising without a self. That's obvious. Just going about the daily stuff. Same as ever, man. I mean, I don't do anything special. I really don't. I just go about my life, dude. It's nothing special. It's the same way everyone goes about their lives. Why does that self arise? It doesn't. Unless you mean like the sensation of the self that isn't a self arises. Well, why would anything arise, dude? That's a fucking... You're never gonna answer that question, ever. In your whole life. Why does anything arise? I can't ask you about your own perception because that's just presupposing you do. What do you mean, Fushia? You can ask me about my own perception. To be honest, I'm very abnormal. So my normal everyday life is very different to everyone else. This is very different. I'm like a 90% energy being, 10% human. So, maybe not useful as a reference point. But I mean, the whole like truth of reality stuff is just obvious. Everyone can come on. Yeah, like impermanence. Like, what the fuck is permanent? That's a good question. Everything arises for everything that has not arisen to not exist. Everything arises for everything that has not arisen to not exist. That's funny, Jan. I don't think there is anything that isn't arising. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck it wouldn't... Everything, the only thing that you have is like the thing that's arising. There's nothing else. What else would there be? There's obviously nothing else. If you just like close your eyes, it's like There's the things that's arising, that's it. What else is there? There's no self, there's no mind, there's no emptiness. What else is there? There's just things that arise. There's just things that arise. There's just things that arise. What else is there? It's like, okay, there's two things. The first thing is like the self-evident and obvious immediate truth that everyone already knows, which they just pretend they don't know for some reason, which is that everything that arises and is in your perception is of itself by itself without any observer or anything like that. Bullshit. Including the idea of an observer, including the idea of a self, including the idea of a person. That's just obvious. And then there's another thing, which is like, how can I like have this thing exist without the conceptual mechanism kicking in and like trying to know it? And these are different things. And a lot of people try and do this one, because when you do this one and you like don't let this conceptual mechanism kick in and you just observe the like sensation as it is, like cool stuff happens. But like that's not like both of these things. If you make it into a like if you use the conceptual mechanism to make it into something, or if you keep it as it is as a sensation, then they're both arising of themselves by themselves without a self, obviously. Yeah. Is it true that enlightened beings have to do certain things to stay in the body because their energy has reached such a peak? What, Karen? Stay in the body? Where? I mean, you mean like start astral projecting? I don't think so. I mean, I don't have to. Well, you mean like so you don't immediately die? Kind of. Kind of. Kind of. Not really, to be honest. I mean, it's. I feel like this is something that I'm gonna get to. You know, I've only been enlightened for a few months, so I'm a bit of a beginner. But what I've noticed, I guess, with my, here's what I'll say on that. What I've noticed with my, I just look really enlightened, huh? What I've noticed with my thing is that what I've started to like doing more than anything else. Oh, I can't tell you about that. Sorry to blue ball you. How can I put it in a way that doesn't reveal secret information? I've liked doing things with sleep states. So like, if I have some free time, it's like, oh, I'll just lie in bed and I'll do some things with sleep states. And like, shit gets really wild. And that's kind of just me like relaxing, kind of. Like if I just relax in the dark with my eyes closed, I just like enter some really wild states. And I can't tell you about them, apparently. So I'd say maybe I'm getting there. Maybe I'm getting to that point, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. I had lucid dreams well, just enough to know that I was lucid, but I was jumping into so many damn realities, it was nuts. That sounds dope this fall. Make sure to direct love and like caring for things as they are. And like soft-heartedness, any beings you meet in your lucid dreams, because they're probably real. You don't want to piss off a god by accident. Or it's just better to make friends with them. It's just better to make friends with them. And like love them and stuff. It's great to see how much you've grown in the last few months. Really, Karen, you think I've grown a lot? I'm glad that you like it. I mean, this is just always how it's been for me. I just go through extremely powerful experiences like multiple times per day. It's so normal for me, it's insane. So I guess being public at the same time as that has made it obvious that that's happening. Do you have a particular meta practice that helps you in the beginning stages of your experience, pre-stream entry? My experience is brownness, compassion, or transient. Or it felt like that, at least. Well, the classic meta practice advice for Shia is to start with yourself. So, you know, may I be happy. You know, may I be safe. May I be filled with love and kindness, if you want to say that. You know, may I be happy, may I be safe, may I feel love and kindness. What's the other one? Anyway, so loving kindness directed to yourself, and then you do loving kindness directed to a benefactor, like a parent, and then a friend, and then a stranger, and then an enemy, and then all beings. And you have to like pass the test of like being able to direct meta to the first one before you direct it to the next one. So before you can direct meta to your parents, you have to direct it to yourself. Before you can direct it to a friend, you have to direct it to your parents. Before you can direct it to a stranger, you have to direct it to a friend. Before you direct it to a enemy, you have to direct it to a stranger. Before you direct it to all beings, you have to do it to an enemy. So try start with yourself. Just direct like happiness to yourself. Be like, may I be happy? 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 And then it's like, may my mom be happy? May Billy be happy? May that person that I saw on the walk one time be happy? May that enemy be happy? May all beings be happy? May all beings be happy? Oh, you know what? Just vibe instead of worrying about what is being happy? No, I'm saying that like there's a very particular order that you have to follow, and you have to follow that order in very specific detail. Like you have to once you're sure, when you're able to generate it for yourself, you have to move on to the next one. Yeah. Like a lot of people would try meta practice and they're like they jump straight to like may all beings be happy or like a friend, and they haven't done the before stages, so it's fucked. But if you want compassion, compassion is like, may you be free from suffering. There's like, one's kindness, one's compassion. Kindness is like, may you be happy, and compassion is like, may you be free from suffering. So, yeah, you could try may I be free from suffering, may I be free from suffering. The best way to experience boundless compassion, though, if you want to try it, try breathing suffering into your heart chakra and breathing out compassion. Heart chakra transmutes suffering to compassion, or it's the same thing, really, when you get down to it. When you get it in your heart chakra, it's the same thing. Okay, everyone, 15 minutes left of the stream, so if you got any questions, I could die tomorrow. This could be our last chance. You could die right now. Everyone could die. I could die, you could die. So, you know, it's good to bear that in mind. Hello, BDS. Thank you for your help. No problem. Love you too, Fushia. Thanks for yeah. Hopefully we don't die, but you know, it happens. On the path to awakening, does the brain reprocess or restructure all memories? I mean, one thing that you can do just to like help your life is to work through your memories. For me, like I like to direct loving. If a memory comes up, I try to give it loving attention and just care for it as it is. And try and be soft-hearted to it. And just appreciate it. And then usually it doesn't repeat. Because you might notice that, like, generally, memories repeat because they come up and you're like, hey, fuck off. Like, don't fucking come here. And then that makes them repeat. But if you're like, oh, hello. Like, I love you. Welcome to my head. Like, I appreciate you. And you care for them as they are, then they're like, oh. I don't need to repeat anymore. He's like, got the message. He's paid attention to me. Or she. It's crazy how me and all the Zen masters just say the same thing. Isn't it crazy? If you want to be no different from the patriarchs and Buddhas, then never look for something outside of yourselves. The clean, pure light in a moment of your mind. That is the essence body of the Buddha lodged in you. So it's like everything that arises is the essence body of the Buddha, is the Buddha mind, is mind. The undifferentiated light in a moment of your mind. That is the bliss body of the Buddha lodged in you. Like every moment is that. It is that. You can just see it. The undiscriminating light in a moment of your mind. That is the transformation body of the Buddha lodged in you. Yeah. These three types of bodies are you. The person who stands before me now, listen to this lecture on the Dharma. And simply because you do not rush around seeking anything outside yourselves, you can command these fine faculties. Just you like stop seeking. You just stop seeking, and then you just like notice that everything that arises is mind and nothing else. Makes sense. Feels like my subconscious just brings up random memories and past moments, even though there's no emotional charge there. Yeah, same thing, BDS. There's a reason, like, okay. Here's a frame for everyone, which is very useful. So this is your fucking dumb normie ass. You think that you have like a brain. You have like a brain, and the brain like randomly does stuff. Sorry, this is such a roast. The brain just like randomly makes like thoughts and memories. Randomly making like, it's like, oh, it's just like randomly coming up with things. What the hell? So here's a new frame for you. Rather than see your head or brain as a like a brain that is like producing things, see it as part of a infinite tube where things are being funneled into it by various deities, like gods, like Buddhas and so on. And they're trying to make you notice something. So So they're just like shooting these like memories and thoughts like through you, trying to get you to notice something. And like the reason that they're doing it is because you're not noticing the thing. So everything that arises in you is like by like various like strange interdimensional beings. They're not strange, they're lovely. There are various lovely interdimensional beings who are beautiful. That are like sending you things for you to notice. It's just such a better framework than this one. It's so much better than this. Yeah, so yeah, various interdimensional beings sending you things to notice through your brain. Or in your mind. So like, yeah. And there's different ways that you can interface with that, right? Like one way you can interface with that is like, oh, how does this make sense intellectually? Well, another's like, oh, like, what happens if I just trust this thing and just follow it? Or like, what if I just give this attention without thinking about it? Like there's a bunch of different angles. It's like everything that arises in your perception is like an infinite multi-dimensional fractal crystal with infinite sides. Right? So your job when something arises is to notice that it's a crystal. And the way that you notice that it's a crystal is just by looking through a bunch of different sides of it. Like, okay. Like most people, when something arises, they look at it through one side, like the intellectual side, and they're like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. This is just like an intellectual thing that's just like random, doesn't make any sense. But then if you look at it from this side, like the emotional side, or this side, which is like the energy side, or this side, which is the, I don't know, the like just letting it be as it is side, not conceptualizing about it, just letting it exist. Or maybe this side, which is like, maybe this is like a signal from an enlightened being. It's like, oh, that's weird. Or this one, which is like, maybe this thing itself is a being. Maybe this is a being itself. Then eventually you're going to notice that this is a crystal. And this is like the story. Like, look at it in terms of the story. Like, what's the story associated with this thing arising? It's like, oh, what's like the memory, isn't it? This is like, what's the memory associated with this thing arising? It's like, what's the, you know, what? How is this related to like the dreams I've been having? Like, that's another. And there's infinite sides that you can look at things through. But yeah, the goal is to notice that it's a crystal. And not just like whatever you think it is. Notice that it's infinite. No problem, BDS. Glad you liked it. Ooh.
Spread love, feel the vibe, get buzzed. Spread.
Been a good stream today, everyone. Maybe the meditation helps. I don't think it does. It was fun though. I think everyone had fun, and that's what matters. What matters is you have fun. Yeah, yeah. Meditation was awesome. Yeah, I think we'll do it again. I think we'll do it again. You liked it too? Okay. I'm hearing the feedback. You already got the mouse? I don't know if I am. I'm getting better. I've been drawing a lot recently. Oh, this is wild. I had a dream I was friends with a murderer. He seemed cool. I was a little bit wary. But we were friends, so it's fine. It was fine anyway. People are so silly. I feel like they're like, I love everyone, and then it's like, no, actually you're bad. I don't love you. And it's like they're just hurting themselves by like making their love limited to only the things that they like and not the things they dislike. People do it with like politics. They're like, I'm gonna be a great, amazing person unless you are on the political opposition to me, and then I hate you, and I'm gonna kill you. Like, well, you just ruined a bunch of good karma. It's like the universe doesn't care that you think that it's justified to not direct love to people. Like, your intellectual justifications are completely useless. You're literally ruining your own karma because you think that it's justified because of your likes and dislikes. So annoying. Just causing suffering. Just causing suffering for no reason. Because of some stupid preference that they've been like programmed into by the media. It's like, oh, nice one, dude. Is there a relationship between karma and enlightenment? There is, Kieran, and if you can figure out what it is, then you'll be enlightened instantly. I enlightened someone on Instagram yesterday. Or the day before. Whoa! This is wild. Sometimes seeking love and being soft-hearted feels like fear disguised as practicality. I mean, why seek love, right? Yeah. What isn't already arising as love? Something here that I need to do. I can't figure out what it is. Oh, I know what to do. Oh. May your trip benefit any and all beings, Karen. Good luck. Hi, Bourne. I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well, Tony. There's one more thing I have to do, but I can't figure out what it is yet. Almost. So close. Oh, so close. Oh, here it is. Oh, fuck. Whoa, there we go. Nice, perfect. Jesus. Actually, maybe a little bit more. Fuck. Such a busy drawing. I kind of want to fill in. No. Hello, Yeast. I'm good. How are you? You're kind of trying to practice to just not try and think at all. No, I can't think about it. I mean, you're always going to be thinking, Yeast. Can't help that. I would just try and notice how your thinking is not thinking, and how, like, there is no observer in your thinking. Whoa. Not like anxiety-filled constant barrages of thought. That sounds good, Yeast. Like, that sounds just good for your life in general if you can stop yourself doing that. It's not really about, like, meditation or whatever. What you up to? Something really wild and intense, to be honest.
I told you that story to tell you this one.
Love sick like a melody.
Love sick like a dog, canine sensitivity. Developing this new theory of relativity. Connecting the souls resting in captivity. Positive life sacrifice what it is to be our history. Only a quarter of a century reality. Sitting on the shoulders of our chemistry. See, ain't no mystery. The colors that we mix will set.
That's dope, Yeast. You should keep skating every day. That sounds amazing. Enjoy. That's the real shit right there. That's way better than meditating.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person.
Cause a beat, cause a melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
I am the best, I rip it up with finesse.
Good gracious, every process has a genesis, it ends with the revelation. God bless this opportunity for me to find a voice for some words that have waited for way too long. No wages, small tips on the avenue, never wasted, all hits for a revenue. Haven't you heard the news lately? Seems we've been living for some times in a purgatory. But yo, I thought I knew what a love song
Sound like.
But I felt a warmer tune in the sunlight. I can still hear it in my room past midnight. Gotta move, take us all a cruise in the moonlight. Sometimes I do forget, oh, how much we could ease lives we lead. If we learn to let go, the reins that we hold, return to our soul and the spirit that flows. So you see upon everyday face, there's a million shades to express definition of grace. But the method I choose, my prerogative. There's so much love in me I got to give. Cause a beat plus a melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
Heard a dog barking before? Do you take care of it? What do you mean, fish, yeah?
Cause a beat plus a melody makes me
Did I stop the dog barking? Maybe.
so evidently.
Oh, you mean the one? Oh, you mean the one in my house? I have parents. I live with my parents. There was someone at the door. The dog was saying hello. So yeah. Sorry about it.
relax when all I knew was to hold tight. Remember the time that I spoke to a crowd in a full house, realized that you was my ace, I was the joker on the stage singing the blues. All eyes on me and had nothing to prove, but yo, I thought I knew what a diamond shine like, but I felt a sharper love in the limelight from the Queen of Hearts, watching me quietly from the upper deck balcony. Sometimes I do suspect I'm an actor in a well-scripted, large-divine comedy. When I look back, that frozen slice of time, it tried to defrost the senses lost. Now enough with the metaphors, the motivation that I wrote this letter for you to know that the music helps carry on. Like you see, a new day will bring us tomorrow.
Taking care of 2 animals under your roof, that's lovely. That's good shit.
Cause your melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently. Yeah, cause your beat plus my melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently.
Sounds very happy, that's very languid. That sounds lovely.
Cause my beat plus your melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person.
Cause your beat plus my melody makes me speak
Oh,
of
there we go.
L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person. You know, I mean, it make me say, well, the shit wasn't that bad.
I told you that story to tell you this one. Now,
Love sinks like a dog canine sensitivity, developing a new theory, a relativity, connecting the souls rest in captivity. Positive life sacrifice what it is to be our history. Only a quarter of a century reality, sitting on the shoulders of a chemistry. See, ain't no mystery. Here comes that we mix, set the mind free, let the blind.
Peace.
Life in the dead space below where your clouds of doubt. New territory, we determine to be. Everything is safe haven is supposed to be. Night might seem distant, but the time is near. When the thoughts take off, split the atmosphere. Goes down waves, travel semi-infinitely. Plus I see you there up most definitely. Cause a beat plus a melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person.
Cause a beat plus a melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
Stay around for us, yeah? I'm sure that you'll tune in again 7:30 PM GMT every day. Hopefully we don't die.
For me to find a voice for some words that have waited for way too long. No wages, small tips on the avenue, never wasted, all hits for a revenue. Haven't you heard the news lately? Seems we've been living for some times in a purgatory. But yo, I thought I knew what a love song sound like, but I felt a warmer tune in the sunlight. I can still hear it in my room past midnight. Gotta move, take us all a cruise in the moonlight. Sometimes I do forget, oh how much we could ease the lives we lead. If we learn to let go, the ways that we hold, that we return to our soul and the spirit that flows. So you see upon everyday face, there's a million change to express definition of grace. But the method I choose, my prerogative. There's so much I got to give. Cause the beat plus the melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
This is a long drawing, but I've got to go real soon.
Cause the beat plus the melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently. Oh, how I can write a book on how you make me feel. But how about the song that I wrote for you? What I feel like. I wanna prove my trust in these simple words for you to feel what I'm saying, what you feel like. Reminisce about the little episodes that we shared together. Remember the time that you told me in the cold night to relax when all I knew was to hold tight. Remember the time that I spoke to a crowd in a full house, realized that you was my ace. I was the
You made like a YouTube base with the songs in the stream? It's just Nujabes and Nujabes and Yama Hiroto. I just have those two artists on loop.
Quietly from the upper deck balcony. Sometimes I do suspect I'm an actor in a well-scripted, lie-defying comedy. When I look back, that frozen slides of time and try to defrost the senses lost. Now enough with the metaphors, the motivation that I wrote in this metaphor. For you to know that the music helps carry on. Like to see a new day will bring us tomorrow.
There's something missing here. I think it's like a blue thing here.
Cause your melody makes me speak of melody eloquently, so evidently. Yeah, cause your beat plus my melody makes me speak of melody eloquently, so evidently. Cause my beat plus your melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently. Cause your beat plus my melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
Sequel.
Never say everything but the name or pitch, just like back then how we do every day. C'est la vie, as they say, L-O-V-E eloquently. See every dream has a part two. Never say
Alexa, stop.
Always just like back then. Hear me out. Once together now, where do we go, dear divine? I pray that you keep watching over us from the heavens where light is the nucleus to the space filled with darkness and negative matter. Anti-gravity pull is what I'd rather feel when I leave this shell eventually. Ties to the mother earth ground me mentally. Real vibes keep me alive spiritually. Imagination brings bliss at no cost. When I blink, I receive at no loss. Victory comes in small packages like a leaf off an olive tree. Brought back by a dove from above, and I'm gonna rhyme love. We saw that we're coming ever since the beginning of the end. Well, anyways, I'm not a perfect being. Yes, I am a man full of S-I-N. It's like the devil in me saw the God in you. You epitomize the etymology of enthusiasm. Look it up there. Lies the clouds that form the rain that came from the ocean that flow from the river. I'm a believer, firm with the first words. Lyrical transceiver of our ancient roots. Science plus arts multiplied by faith. Then divided by the number of our ethnic race. Let me mention what I've been thinking. How to save the children when the ship is sinking. So I'm sinking, no lip syncing. Slogans, political hooligans with tank missiles and guns. Everything is relative when it's all in the family. Oh man, I understand the time has finally come to realize the great power of one. All formulas equalize under the sun. Amen.
Okay, guys. It's gonna be the end of the stream. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's way better.
The rhymes will heal 'cause I believe in music. In times of need, I won't believe in music. The beat plus the melody, the recipe. Your vibe surely brings
Yeah, that's
out the
perfect.
best in me. The rhymes will heal 'cause I believe in music. In
There's a
times
little
of
bit. There's
need,
one
I
more thing I
won't
can do. Fuck,
believe
and then I
in music.
then I have to
Plus
go.
the melody, the recipe. Hip-hop worldwide, we
Move
got
this out just a little bit
beats
more.
like that. Part 2. Here we go. This goes out to a dear friend. Once again now, where do I start, dear love? I'm struck with the pure luck to find you here. Every morning I wake from a cavernous night. Sometimes still pondering the previous plight. Seems life done changed, long time no speak. Nowadays I often forget the day of the week. Taking it by stride, if you know what I mean. No harm done, no offense taken by me. So let's rap, catch up the part. What's ahead, perhaps we even closer. Now after all things
Alright guys, thanks for
considered on
watching.
the side of the planet, couldn't pick a better time.
Hope you enjoyed my drawing at the end.
To come clean and candid. If I have
I'll see you around.
what I wouldn't trade for your laughter. Sweet and sour spice in my poetry pot melting. Even better than the real things like the God in me. So the devil in you. I wanted to break myself in the worst way when I met you. Who would have thought conversate by the river, celebrate birth, sit and delivered lines that are proved to be the seeds of trust. Unsigned, yeah, but destined to grow sunshine. Serve a sound task pad on the desk of good words. Knowing hardship, appreciate the best of both worlds. And like as I say, L-O-V-E. Evidently see every song has a sequel. Never seen everything but the all fresh just like back then. How we do every day, c'est la vie. As I say,